round long Pacific. You Poroman one time Radio Australia. Long shortwave FM, the live streaming.
And now we at long the Rappler night, Ken long Fonde night number 23. Eblan moon Ogas now the time now moon here. He walk long time go pennies one time. Me plan to 8 more days before long Rappler season is start. And me plan start long winter. Now come up long August, long September, and by start belong spring, it come up become long Victoria along this time along all time season it change. Now hope also long says change belong weather by making me blah a look was by got lig more rainy put down long on them long time long winter me blah when got rain long here long Victoria long all Narapla all states not territories belong our countries and hopefully by this blah slow down lig long sunny long season. All right, to talk about weather, and I hope also long where you start long and weather belong you a good play, now you long if you got good play day, now you start one time, this is service long opening signal. Look quick long first hour long till the night. Story long Tok Pisin by long Papua New Guinea by Kamawikam. I think top one play long number one story blah. Second story, a look long one big man long Solomon Islands. He out him a worry long timber na tuna industry long Pacific. Na by music name long to the story. Na two me play put him one more question. He go long you listener long comment along you. So stop some by. Suppose he go come up clear. He didn't have harem clear one question, but I put him along you. Long any question, I think suit long bell, long plenty people, long urban, rural areas, long Papua New Guinea, Solomon Islands, na Vanuatu. So this is a question tonight. Is suit long all Papua New Guinean listeners, long and long Nubla Parliament. He start finish behind him elections. This play by Kizim, me play go along 7:30 PNG time, 8:30 long Solomon Islands, na Vanuatu, where Caroline Terreman by bring him a Kamla Mipla on first news bulletin. Here all stories yet and by long news, sample along all items, long news, long night. All Papua New Guinea Manus people is supporting Australia. Supporting Australia asylum seeker plan along a province. Australia by up him number belong all refugees he come along a country. Now Australia collaborating one Australian business was that service stop along Vanuatu. Right now I'm more along all the stories now not apply yet by enough kissing long 7:30 PNG time long. One time Caroline Terreman. Okay, long you may go ahead one time long till the night yet by me now to welcome along one first music blah long kissing me play on the way long till the night display me music mania case urban one play country music singer and I'm a big name long Australian now two long overseas long all country music long this is country music. You've been kissing plenty airplay. Also, me talk past them long Australia now long overseas. Time I've been putting come up long 2007. Call me at I Told You So. We had long Keith Urban along at the night. We come about time long 2007 release long I Told You So. Now you yet.
Across the Pacific, you're with Radio Australia.
Now, my radio friend, Power is born to what time you. Now, first story, let me play tonight. You play thing, one of them longest blast him. Top players belong him, long a place. He walk long sennies or stop strong yet. People have been asking him this because one player walk boom upon him out long University of Goroka, now University of long Melbourne. Upon him also, plenty of talk players he walk long sennies, now suppose he knock out research, now recording long all, or top players by he lose altogether. Reverend Jack Urame, Director belong Melanesian Institute long Goroka long Eastern Highlands Province. Tok mibla research work belong all to isoim this bla a big bla senis.
Long work long mibla long side long research long cultural issues mibla looking plenty I think Tok place M2 emi work lo die. Long one in plenty only no use him this Tok place. All picking come out long town plenty also only use him this Tok place mama blong all time only making plenty Tok Pisin only losing this Tok place. Now time population also long place you go down. Long one in migration too come up na plenty money come in long town or this kind school too we got this influence long all picking use him. This Tok Pisin too long talk English so long this plenty only not long hold him or make him this Tok place long all so time plenty here go finish and now this Tok place he die out.
Long this research work me look him towards suppose this research work no recording stop law some Tok place you go long record him na write him go long dictionary na kind of some work boom SIL. One long all examples. Reverend, you look him one way long or some put him there's Tok place you go back long conversation or mass long old man made in the beginning one there's all he can come up long walk him there's go ahead.
Long record him all this Tok place long paper and all a book narapla side long end. That's all man must make him this Tok place. All man must talk long this new generation he can pick him up this Tok place. Long this plus meeting government must initiate him idea long kirabim can also in down long place now man Mary must go back long place now time only in down long place now only pick him up Tok place long all time only move away long as place long all now only two only lose him this Tok place so one road blank only can kirabim this Tok place. Narapla road I think government make him try long make him also kirabim this plus school only call him elementary school now all mangi must make him this Tok place time only go start him school that's all emi got good plus side belong in I got no good side belong in plenty pa mama I complain all same time only make him Tok place only no pick him up Tok Pisin now work belong all school emi drop go down that's all thing emi long also all in Tok place now this idea belong also elementary long as place belong all one also all pigrini emi good road long all pigrini can only pass in this Tok place belong all too.
And so long work blow you plan Melanesian Institute you place a book in planted long all overseas people long institute want to work blow research blow so basically lo desla awesome work boom blow you plan desla tu come up long time you place a talk law talk place research kind of same.
Yes, I think plenty issues me talk long also cultural issues na Tok place me stop in long this plan na Tok place me also one also identity Tok place me also me give him also looks have long also you me long one him up na I think time me play working research me play look him also Tok place me one also as true obun long also looks have long also man me long when good play long me play mas olim that's all this discussion low level me play research me also not level. That's all also practically also long making this Tok place lo use him na all him strong na mas also generation behind he can look away na making this Tok place yet. I think me play mas kirabim also this idea long also encourage him man long also Tok place only must give him go down long all pigrini time only born na can also me come out na line him also something long also white man also English that's all or Tok Pisin that's all now we walk along also become a planting kilimidai also Tok place.
Molong me look him also planted along all beginning now for example all privilege or lucky families all beginning along all school international school kind of same all got this lessons long because him line him all like Siapan or Indonesian kind of same so there's la tu can also pull young play go line him there's la language law na country more long Tok place.
Yes, I'm true. I think long one him display all Tok place long narapla also Tok place long all white man all narapla country. Also he got good plus side long and two also me obim dua long all pig he can line him na he go out long also narapla place na he can save long kalsab long all narapla line two na display. That's all also Tok place long all yet also you me yet also Yeah, in and blind him not by go back. So education, emi bring him also thinking, emi come out. So also you may talk, pull him man away long as a place belong all.
The cultural identity, Tok place identity. So,
Yes.
Reverend, you got planned or something long, or some wake up call long all government or school or different stakeholders long country.
Straight. I think you may need in one collective also approach long time long finding road long also you may can also only through some Tok place long also you may long also Olga long Papua New Guinea. Government must involve, NGOs too also must involve, some also international organization too, staff must involve, community leaders. I think all educated line too also only clear along this plus something too only must involve. So I think collective approach. I think you may can find one good road long also Kirabim can display also think belong also Tok place you must also all him strong yet can he die.
Time me been ring office blue or little been established along blah meeting. I got interest along this blah meeting along radio listeners or there's like blow you plat as well.
Oh yes, no got them one pla meeting blah Kirabim can work blah mipla blong institute one pla blow also mipla by Kirabim also work blah mipla that give information long cultural issues he go down long all man Mary also one long high level long also institutional level na academic level that's all too long grassroots level na one pla struggle too mipla work long face him also one him Tok place by me play use him now. One him also material me play put him long English by help him sample and up all get na Tok Pisin. I think by go down like grassroots too na or maybe long Tok place suppose me play not long Tok place too. So everyone plus struggle to me play facing too. Time me play workload this plus discussion long me play long meeting. Tok restructure long also Melanesian Institute long how me play by effective long connecting me play go down long man American.
Reverend Jack Urame, Director belong at Melanesian Institute, long Groka, long Eastern Islands Province, been a talk one time, Kenekala. I'm sa haram this platoon, I'm thinking, I think I mean, legitimate thing no on them by straight long some time too or some talk clear can before me put him out this me country need him all for investors now to belong exploit him all resources belong him long all time all big black company go inside belong kiss him all minerals down him all booze now replace or displace him all people now put him all on the location and by affect him too way long sit down put him long all kind story long all long Tok place long all yet or also want him to anyone play along or something you start long up where all big black companies he walk long in and I got or relocations long all villages long all areas start long in you think him on him long splat me by how much too long how become long you long I want to think him long Tok place he by loose long suppose him record him na put him long mark or book na stop yet long online he can be and he can save. All right, question me opinion the one plus question through blank night and also face to face talk. Papua New Guinea now we got 111 members of long parliament beyond long general elections. You mark him all open na regional seats. You think by halving you long all member you go out na bung him you long electorate or long region belong you face to face long kiss him all like na think belong you long halve him pastime long only make him decision long and deliver him all goods na services also long health services put him marasin go or walk him on road or more kind something also halve more lik man na Mary start him all business long all so face to face talk long all member kiss him think na like belong you think him one him long now and start belong nubla government and you think him one him and also mipla by put him sample along all comments na thinking belong you go along all member belong you long pan him out think belong him. So, put him this little comments belong you come along. +61 427 727272. Now me play go straight long and number 2 story blah me play long broadcast long at the night me look long listen Papua New Guinea I go along Solomon Islands. Now one play big man belong Solomon Islands he talk tuna industry along a country or long Pacific mas inoken bianimo road or timber industry even behind him. Dr. Transform Go Rao, Chief Executive Officer the Nauru Agreement, ibina make him this bla talk long one pla communicating tuna workshop inside long honiara long start long this bla week. Dr. Ago Rao, he talk long start one time all agreement only been survey sign him name long or timber company all papa ground na government a good plan. Plenty time all government na logging company is a kisim big pla halvim na all papa ground is a kisim sabe kisim good pla halvim tumas. And we talk long tuna business now all papa ground must align him. This I ask were along all long timber industry also a gupla example na must inoken behind him this same road. Na Paulus Combo ibelinab talk na ask him long talk clear more long this worry long em.
Lo mi wam lo lando na tu lo place bumi lo somunale. Now traditional lands mani tu or foreign loggers in become na kisimol diwai lo ground lo mi so. We look in this la passing. The Solomon Islands all got low and talk was 60% low value low DY. Them go low line all holding all license. Na 25% in go low government. Na 15% or so. Them come low online middle papa ground. This la here. We looking and still straight because the side lo DY them lo middle line ask ground straight. All line all got license holder na all Malaysians about them lo middle straight. So through big value lo DY them must come lo middle line lo landowners. Also na we work in comparisons one time lo tuna and lo yumi all line lo Pacific and yumi all maki mos and resources lo yumi. So yumi must kisin big share lo resources time online come kisin. Also na concern lo me been looking was an unfairness lo logging industry where all governments yet only sponsoring this unfairness. All parliaments blame or passing or legislation will allow all foreigners or the come not kissing big value or DY blame. Also na me talk. No side lo tuna resources. Ini that opportunity lo working there. Emos mimi online lo ask around mimi mas kissing big share lo resources lo yumi. Me looking at most one big crime against him or land blame last place or some or governments or accessory law this la or allow all foreign companies come na kissing big value or resource play, especially resources of some DY.
Tam lug lesla la number ya 15% da so go all papa ground na 25% ya government kisim na 60% all timber company kisim. So this la also example ta so long logging na all narpla business too but must one can yet. There's no difference. So interesting something we said through is around working out this all mathematics who gets what.
Logging standard you got standard logging agreements where or standard logging agreements and part law regulations within all law logging. So this la lawyer and parliament then wrong it law all members of parliament law meet all working. Also they changing and law changing. That's all because plenty of member too. All sit down one time all Malaysian loggers too. Them all support him also. All know that freedom law kissing go to parliament now working all these now changes.
All people too, you work long accept him tasol one him something only pass him go down long all because law it talk you kiss him 25% or something you kiss him this la so only no understand him go through the percentage now we said kiss him Hamas na this la only no save. You think only talk clear good long people lo time only sign all agreement.
Me talk also more talk clear all people or talk clear all one month as well. Well kissing all na go entertain him all hotel. All not talk clear all line of community. Me no looking one plan meeting where all logging companies come now involved in entire community. All logging companies all solve through it. So all dividing more communities. All no worry all be ruin heavy and come behind all or something all working. So One of them happen is, behind all working all agreement, all man blow as place. You may be in Gona, all arguments he come up, but this like little money where and start to share them one time community. So suppose community and by benefit law a larger share of this money well kissing. All by say working plan something, na share blow individual and by high too. So by argument him not come up also big laws and now where all man marry. All argue that's all little money. So we looking plenty or disharmony didn't come up now. No family blomitas or me looking. All man kissing first cousins go to court, kissing all book uncle blow go to court na. This is not something all come na bara from straight all stop all man lo as place. Me talk lo tuna industry. And different lick was fish tuna all boats must still go na pine in lo sea. So value blow tuna you kissing time you catch him so tuna. That's all nilu close and no line me plalo PNA. Nipla got some tools or some special day scheme we also have controlling fishing effort low percent. So the comparisons Mr. Walking is logging him something where pining. You got us all not cutting DY. And so the value low DY from top low DY going up low root blend. Him start low all man as place.
Lo timba people he can look save something he come up long ground na one more looking company or cut him na karmi go out na or desela or he can save one something he will come up but long was na control him tuna one hard pla work. Through Pacific he pull up long or tuna that's all lo control him hard pla work lo was long or desela line he catch him tuna.
Yeah, true. Like hard lo you catch him or count him or get every single tuna whale boats that catch it because suppose you talk lo catch him 1 million tons. Estimate blow all mansave or talk that's about 300 million pieces of fish. So and plenty fish lo counting. So people something that's also they working largely estimates and based law one more captains or talk or catching one more observers or independent observers all stop to all boats so all to recording now data we're looking now unloading now transshipment now time all boats will go unload all cannery or call them all cannery out there and so this la all the data all collecting and giving little line of fisheries an idea law how much fish or you miss have a catching one player.
I think one plan long all is a story too by now long grab him a thinking or stimulate thing idea belong you long how you look him agreement all the governments is making one time all companies so yet you can put him long SMS number plus 614277272272. You've been Haramir, Dr. Transform Agorao, Chief Executive Officer to the Nauru Agreement. He been the talk one time, Paulu's combo. Alright, the one time long display yet, he making plans to talk companies, Narapla Australian. Now he stops some by, Lokisimi play, he go long news time, long Guy Sebastian in the midnight hours. Wow, and now we had Guy Sebastian, Narapla Australian, number I got Narapla more Australian come long some time broadcast, let me play start long end. Melbourne Port Moore's been Alatau, 7:30, na long Honiara, na long Port Villa, capital of Vanuatu, 8:30.
Good night, Olgeta. All head talk. All Papua New Guinea Manus people is supporting Australian asylum seeker plan long Manus province. Australia, by apim number belong all refugee I Kamlo country. Na Australia I kalabusin one pla Australian businessman before who said this have been stopped lo Vanuatu. Radio Australia News, me Caroline Tereman. All people blow Manus province lo Papua New Guinea, I talk out penis all same, all support him desela ting ting blong Australia, lo start him ken asylum seeker center long province. Papua New Guinea, I kisim penis asking, I come long government blow Australia, na only ting Papua New Guinea Foreign Affairs Minister, Rimbing Pato, why bring him desela ting ting I go lo parliament kolos to blong oli look na o write him. Na ol Papa Ground itok, all pla agreement before and in it long government blow Mr. John Howard, all Papa Ground bin kisim sampla good pla halvim. That's all now, only ready him pennies when him kind something only like him. Stephen Gabriel, man blong Papa Ground long Manus Province.
Even like in Australian government long financing sambla after payment assistance tong album bla long progrere long sbla so that bla list down all package from bla is happiness and will forwarding long all for first tong long only bini na Australia want them long
na stop yet long this story na Australian government it took out pinis all same bauli apim number blong all refugee by kisim na tu ready lo statim ken asylum processing center long Nauru. ABC newsman long Canberra, James Glenday, report all same, this is a tok blong government behind him all ting blow one pla lineman save or expert panel who started been talking government lo starting ken all asylum processing center long PNG Manus Province na long Nauru. Nupla mark or number blong all refugee Australia by kisim by go antap long 6,000 na desla by go antap long all narpla number blong desla iya I go long 20,000. Australian government I took out to all sem walk long halvi all country all sem Malaysia na Indonesia want them $10 million lo start him all walk blong processing all asylum seeker lo desla tupla country. One pla policeman blo New Zealand now is tap long house long Tonga na emigat big pla bagarap true lo body blongen behind long olibin pulim kalabusimem na putimem long room guard lo weekend. All report it okol sem all police blo Tonga ibin pulim kalabusim desla police officer blong Auckland Kali Fungamavaka Kolostulo one palaba long Nukualofa lo Friday night lo wanem bin spark no go through. Bin stab lo kalabus lo Saturday morning na behind oli bin bringi igolong housik lo wanem head blongen bin bro. Oli sasim pinis tupla policeman lo Tonga yet lo paiti Mr. Kali Fungavaka na tupla bay kamaplong court long week behind. One pla Australian court I kalabusim pinis one pla accountant who sa isabe bin stab long Vanuatu behind him all corrupt pasin ibin mekim lo noken baim takis long Australia. Takis money only been paulim na bout, been winning $20 million through. Desala man by stop long kalabus inap long 9 playa. ABC News Mary Jamel Wells report also koti sasim na kalabusim Mr. Robert Aegis na one walk blongen Kevin Zerafa lo wenem tupala been like fouling money blo Commonwealth blo Australia na melo 1997 na 2006. Mr. Aegis, Christmas blongen 62, by kalabus inaplong 8 playar na 11 plamun. Friend blongen, Mr. Kevin Zerafa, by imaking 500 hours lo walkman temol community. Police bin pulim kalabusi Mr. Aegis long Perth, lo ya 2008, aninit long one pla walkem oli bin kolim long Operation Weekenby. All politician blo Commonwealth blo Northern Marianas now we walk lo ask him strong government lo talk more long ask ting blongen lo give him one pla walk bauli lose him plenty money through longen I go lo one pla business company. ABC News Mary Helen Hoffman report also lo start blo desalamun Governor Benino official bin sign him desala to correct o contract wantem Saipen Development LLC na cost blongen istap also $190 million na embayron inaplong 25 playa. Governor Benino official inobin stop Long Island lo desala tupila week start lo time desala news ibin kamapol sem government ibin give him to correct lo desala company lo ronim power supply. Only thing governor official by go back lo Saipen lo week behind. Helen Hoffman talked to also Attorney General Edward Buckingham who had been signing to desala contract ilusin walk blong en pinis na go back long America. Na desla minolsem ologet a member blow House of Representatives na Senate inonap true lo kisi one plagut platok save o toklie lo why true na government ibin give him desla contract igolo Saipen Development LLC.
They say they're concerned by the high cost of the deal, which is reportedly equal to about $40,000 per inhabitant. A temporary restraining order against the agreement has been granted, and a hearing on the matter has been scheduled for August 30th.
Business company British American Tobacco itokolsem pasinem New Zealand like makim lo senisim lo karmapim all cigarette box wantem all plain paper by enough makim all people startim all black market lo cigarette. New Zealand like behind him ting blow Australian High Court lo give him toko right lo rausim all kind kala na bilas all isa put him long all cigarette packet na karmapim all tasol long all plain paper. Tasol British American Tobacco starting pinis all war campaign against him all desala nupla ting na emito sem all inogat evidence emisoim all sem desala by down him passing blow smoke. Radio Australia News, last plan news lo 8:30.
I'm also Mr. One Time You Radio Friend Pies Bonjour Caroline Tilleman by Come On Time. Second news one time long 8:30. Also me talk survey. One number one narapla story bla mi plate tonight long government bla Papua New Guinea. I terminate him or pass time. One public service house home ownership program. Long on him company was it win him a contract work him 200 all house long Port Moresby. Government company yet long back him all the money government been pay him pennies maski only work him one house. Feminano report.
Prime Minister Peter O'Neill talk out cabinet make him decision blong rouse him or stop him past them display public service home ownership program behind long company Australasia Pacific panel working all 200 hours belong all public servants long Port Moresby. Mr. O'Neill talk display long one cost belong buy more something long working house long country go on top time got big placenis long property or house business long country. Talk company Australasia Pacific panel talk by back him all money government pay him all go back long government. That's all Prime Minister talk out clear one time na how all by back him something also 31 million na 500,000 kina where company kiss him na make him work na amas time straight all by kiss him long back him display 31.5 million kina. Rouse him long display failed public service housing program make him think belong something also 200 senior public servants long own him house bagarap. Deputy opposition leader long country Sam Basili talk Prime Minister Peter O'Neill must talk out clear long one has na government terminate him or rouse him display public service housing ownership program. Talk display time Mr. O'Neill must survey long how display contract come up na now fail or company kiss money na work him all hours.
The clients got the money. They've breached some sort of contractual agreement, and regardless of what, if they pay back the money or not, that situation must be investigated, and we are smelling something fishy out of it. Why is Prime Minister interested in making sure that, and we know and we believe that Prime Minister is involved one way or the other with this contractor.
Shadow Minister belong a public service long opposition side Tobias Kulang talk Prime Minister must talk him country na all public servants one has na display contract go bagarap. Mr. Kulang talk government no can item or kurgutim display have all same tasol na talk right time all public funds lose pennies.
We are surprised that the Prime Minister is saying, no, you stole the money, you didn't do anything, return the money. It is completely laughable. The contractor got the money, didn't deliver the service. Wrong is wrong.
Robert Akunai one concerned community leader na first man long talk out against him government long display public service housing ownership project where karim kai. Mr. Akunai talk government now must talk out clear one something been go wrong na now Prime Minister Peter O'Neill terminate him contract.
This la 40 million in housing scheme here. Idea belong current Prime Minister Peter O'Neill. This la time public service minister inside long summer government. Bring him long cabinet. Not only been cabinet, he awarded him the contract law company, strong bond, long April 18, 2008. He come now April 18, 2012, and for Christmas now. Company, I'll give him 40 million kina, or building 200 houses. company building 14 houses so 10 pla me finish him na popla emino finish him inside long this la 4 pla Christmas na in got 1 plus public servant, one single family or one single public servant in movie go inside lo this la house long 8 mile. Me ask him Department of Works, me ask him architects no engineers, lo cost lo this la building, long this la building na road na suwana kind of no kira be talking me or some long building 14 bla house, want them road, water and electricity by costing government was 4 to 5 million kina. Okay? What's the balance of the money? And question me will ask him yet. You can come now na Prime Minister only now work decision lo cancel him this contract. But this contract I'm only giving this company strong bond at the first place. Underneath the Public Finance Management Act, law it all same. All got a contract, all it must publicly tendering. This line will been come up. Law it all same. More contract must go through long CSTV. This line will come up. And Peter O'Neill want the Michael Somaran or Cabinet Bluan in 2008. All been currently inside NEC. NEC work on this decision, directing finance long time. Now, this is a company too. Any moving long side late mile or work yet. This is a company, one blood took in a company. No got office blame, no got workman blame, you know got machine blame. After long NEC awarding decision long April 2008, company putting one blood invoice long 13 million kina upfront payment. Now, without any delay, government was already paying 13 million kina upfront for doing nothing, absolutely nothing. No got one blood work.
Radio Australia nona blong kisim side story blong contractor Australasia Pacific Panel long wanem iluk also moli no got one pla telephone number na office na business address blong working business long Port Moresby. Prime Minister Peter O'Neill too give him direction long department blong personal management long look ken na streetem display housing project na supposedly can come up one time new pla. Femenanot Port Moresby.
I'm your remainder from Milano long Port Moresby report come long as plus situation long all public housing ownership in Karam Kai. So one of something you got thinking long and also long you yet enough long comment long and too long very long night. Now, a lot of story, blah, blah, blah. Now, imi go long manus. I think it's a story by Kamabi Kam yet long and them long as blah. Think long Australian government long as some long Pacific Solution Mark II, I think something all call him all the time. Or Papa Ground on top long Manus Island long Papua New Guinea. He talk only liking kiss him all half him long Elizabeth Ting long Australia long up him Canada Processing Center along all asylum seekers. Now, Papua New Guinea kissing pennies one formal request or ask him long Australia na only eating also a PNG Foreign Affairs Minister by bringing me go along Parliament close to long only talk right him. All Papa Ground, he talk all agreement before underneath long Howard government. All Papa Ground, been kissing sample kind half of him. All them now, only already pennies along one kind is something only like him. Paulus combo he been talk one time Stephen Gabriel, Siamana belong all Papa Ground and ask him past time long suppose. All Papa Ground in Hamamas long as blah move long bring him all asylum seekers he go along Manus Island.
And first point. Number two, ground. Next option, you will put him aside. This is that. So the defense force in the lacking go inside. Don't look for security. By step outside on gate. Now 100 or 200 meters outside. If there are any business, you got a go inspective business. And only Hamas business. For the first, you come go looking. We have mass. Na milactos and me, you go blame Papa Ground. Me most man no home logota. Me chairman blamibla. Then like in me passing some on the resolution of them. Even like in Australian government long financing some after payment assistance don't have been long work long zibla. You get to that list down all package from me is stopping it. And we'll forwarding go long for a first long only we need now Australia want them. Look long. You get to sign him. Resolution to go right long. Maximum money, most of them representing Nibla, which means background outside to look long. Doctor most of the long and Australian government, the Papua New Government, representing all, the public relation of Sabla. So we are nominating them, please.
Upfront payment, one plan or something you play, ask him long, and Named long plan, your narple something you play been listing me go down. So I had long thing him or something you play been listing, but suppose you can think him sample long or talk him, you may want him sample long or something you play like him.
Okay, maybe setting Lenona company business, i very business if all some developer all got interest from come inside Ogas a joint venture on the nibla on the isla umbrella company from Papa Ground i very increase our lease like our thinking package will like in by all joint venture can nibla want them na nibla Ogas a team na work on Pisin all contract one blame all work project is contract he actually involved with isla Tamil Salam Sikh comes down Tonglom room and catering security human resource transport stevedoring suppose civic man loading cargo from laymanus or shipment or kaja all food was like to project in upgrading road hospital in Longlom from catering all the Salem stickers there outside from health side Nalamivla nearby villages of Rosing Cross, Taman is South Coast over there. Now, upgrading airport, building up good schools, long equipping, preparing the law, cleaning the area, and the man is over long. This is school, a technical school, because all infrastructure, overstanding is in place. Could well just go ahead and walk in by go easy.
Upfront money, you play Tok Long, you get some figure something, or you play put him to salt talk upfront money, I mean, Boston.
You get some figure, but you talk about business stay, innegotiable. Some more sit down, talk to us a figure, like long adjusting long both parties become masong this one and put in negotiable
long before all government long Australia John Howard government only been moving Saddam Seekers na come sit down in long Manus detention center you play been kisim sample can halvi mulsim
before he never got he will just go ahead and provide him solar all been come towards him person like me now yeah so maybe near than the Toka maybe walk on them all to 3.5 years supervise them all our employees from the local Papua New Guinean employees now everything that is a package available now we like a package available now that's when they play it took too long giving me some all contract Palestine Albania that can come has no kicking me off building back to the party one by get a masna is a walk one by stop
Stephen Gabriel Chairman of Papua New Guinea Manus Province Papa Ground na he talked one time Paulus combo long Vanuatu, Sami Milusi Papua New Guinea go along early long week Pacific Institute long public policy even read him a wampla bung only call him face to face. Long this bung institute even ask him Prime Minister Sato Kilman na leader long opposition search voho long come up na beg him all ask him come long all people. One of them worry people got long all issues he been come up long country this all bung he give him all chance long a talk one time all this two leaders bung belong at this year he been come up long Vanuatu Parliament House na Mary Jack Emmy project officer one time Pacific Institute of long public policy let me story more long as player bung yet one time John Papik.
People are thinking behind law gathering all same or all event all same. Hemi been come up no more law 2010 all forums where people hemi been organized them law all different provinces long around the country more. Loblesia, all the people only raise them demand or ting people are ting look all the side civic education all folders. Hemi make them say deep hemi organize them all kind forums where you meaningfully call them MB face to face. More meaningfully give them opportunity blow further. Hemi ask them question law MB blow him. Hemi now hemi all event where me play holem 10 finish all different constituencies more me play come up law take him blow opposition blow prime minister more opposition leader.
When I'm now attendance long all general public, you play happy long number of attendance?
Number of attendance is very high, more 100 people, 150 people only been staffed inside the Parliament House. Lukam Prime Minister, opposition leader, he answered on question. 150 have been staffed inside. More than 100 only been staffed outside. One TV screen when we set them up. Saralana. More also long 100 people do only stop inside all houses. All the private homes. All the only watch them through law TV. TV screen long all get that.
time all people ask him questions long tupula leader here, Prime Minister and opposition leader. When I'm some all major concern all people is raising one them tupula leader here.
Some major questions where all people only ask them inside low level below education inside low country, corruption inside low country, morely some only ask them about WTO, World Trade Organization, all where government has been signing agreement here.
So respond to Tupula, you also want him, especially the Prime Minister.
Every Dr. Prime Minister Hemi answer every question is a macro opposition leader. Together he answer all questions where people will listen, more ask them question. Everyone go home happy from all answer where Tufala been given all people.
You will not touch him long with elections coming up. Only ask him some questions long election too.
Only ask them, especially where election have been question have been related with WTO. People only been thinking say suppose agreement with WTO have spoil coming up election. Prime Minister hemi answer say no got election hemi stop lo way him more agreement hemi stop lo way him all agreement where government hemi take him. Law decision will come and take them to Parliament.
So Mary, display may come up yearly event or also on him?
Hemi one opportunity where Pacific Institute, Hemi organize him, Hemi sub-organize him or give him thinking equal government, say Hemi one good for thinking where government more all narafala organization only so that they can steps also from him so that make them people happy lo all questions where only holy stop lo behind long yes all questions where got only one the mask got opportunity so time you may create them all opportunity also you may give them opportunities also I'll get a chance plus come all questions where only holy stop for sometimes. And any one opportunity when we play look say yes, government more yes other organizations always have come up also to organizations and event also me play making.
So now there's success. So hopefully at this time next year by Narafla happen can.
Yes, me play stop look close up now. Maybe next month also me play stop look Narafla debate all political parties. Whereby only come out talk more all different policies were got inside all platforms long all kita.
It's very interesting to yeah.
Yes, very interesting.
Okay, Mary, good will speak with them. You know, thank you too much long sharing me for one time Radio Australia.
Thank you too much.
Mary Jack, Project Officer, one-time Pacific Institute, belong public policy long Vanuatu. And I've been talked to one time, John Papik. We had long Papua New Guinea, got now long number one Vice Minister, he go along similar member belong Soe Open along Oro Province belong Papua New Guinea.
The 9th Parliament session, it was one awesome, exciting part where the official opening was all working nice through with la triple America inside me feel him also many presence blow me pla especially me saplo hap and me feel him also presence blow Ogata Mary lo Papua New Guinea me play stop so me feel him also presence blow all Mary now and me stop lo this la house
na me one good feeling.
It's one good feeling me that me triple Mary stop and me mark him Ogata Mary lo Papua New Guinea na making me feel that this was the moment that people all Mary lo Papua New Guinea have been looking forward to, or have been waiting for.
You said was Ora province below you had. You got big plan name internationally, alongside long Kokoda, alongside long Tapa cloth. Now me no looking one picture yet, but there's like me one good chance to promote him Tapa fashion lo Parliament House.
In the first session, I was in my Tapa design. I had a
me look him yes.
Yeah, unfortunately, me no wearing this la. Lo aste. Suppose me wearing Tapa design. I go inside and me represent him one group of people or women from one province only. So I felt that I should wear something that represents the Olga Tameri of Papua New Guinea. Yeah. That's how I felt. So I was in different clothing yesterday.
Also, I ask him long or so him colors that na style of PNG. So you triple stop. I think there's a style long PNG mark long all colors long all women and by must go on tablo display. One quick question, lo there's a new plan. Vice Minister work lo you time only talking you lo there's a suppose up lo you been talk one yes by Mikisim there's like mampla good plus silence.
New plan lo me because
that's right, yes.
One time. Yeah, Department of Finance and Treasury. So really, it's my office that I am going to.
Good plan.
But previously, I worked at the district or province level. But for now, it will be at the headquarters office where Mr. Waikani, and by different feeling, atmosphere. But it's the office that and the people there are people that I have been already working with. So they are only no stranger to me. Na office too no strange to me and. Workplace law.
So Parliament, Parliament by scan law September.
Because today, tomorrow, last Friday, but new all MPs, work law now, sit down law orientation. So it's basically talking explanation today. Covering 3 levels of government system, judiciary and ministerial and NEC. This party learning because took us through one or something. The process of the parliament and all this they are just giving us orientation on one by working as parents what we should know or talking we are not no project officer or this lab by run around we are policy makers all these only work taking understanding
I mean, the Vice Minister belong Treasury long Papua New Guinea in the Lala Gore. So me talk get long to long as them. I mean, Pilimor now we got presents belong all Mary inside long big house man. I'm only been inside talk all same the soul. All Mary can enable make him difference inside long at this time now. Politics big area belong making more decisions long all issues of long a country yet. So start long out time long number 9 government you come up you can also monitor and report long one of all issues all work long bring him inside long national parliament.
This is Radio Australia.
All right, we've been promising you Narapla Australian more I come inside long music wise long as the time or past time let me play all the music yet me got all piano music yet me call by Solomon Islands belong Haramiet long walk belong youth development na to along story belong West Papua by come become long half hour going up me play Kissim News long 8:30 na long Australian story by me play look long the story belong World Vision long Papua New Guinea. So I'm always like come long next hour. Play you missing on one time. Now hopefully, but you know belong. Kisi more ting na look save or time you have more story pennies you come long say coming up long. This play time long night na too long. All comments all by people have been making. Maybe play to talk one them all. I think by pull him ting belong you long put him all comments belong you come. And what ask him long night and me also. Maybe put him so long and me place have harem or kissing penis before elections, long on lack of development, along rural areas especially. Now a question he calls them. Long have him all a member belong you long open regional seats. You like him only come out long electorate or you go round long region belong all. The talk na one time all people block kiss him think na like belong all past time long only make him decision belong a delivery of goods na services or only can same long all health education na have more like man married long starting business now all kind of same long road. So I'm all think belong you long this black question one time long on Narapla stories you've been harem long tonight taxi come long +61 427 727272.
Ni fala so the need to.
Sorry to mas long na voice binikam so imi go long Delta Goodrin Believe Again. Delta Goodrin been believe long it ken long 2007 suppose you clear all lyrics long long number yet Believe Again. And we been reflecting go back long time. And we been stop long singing can stop long time long come up in good can straight in the personal issues. And we been got long and long time. And now and we talk beyond long all this and we go through long and all advice all kind all half we kiss him. Now we come back and we believe long and can. And now since then has never looked back. Now MU long travel internationally, long perform to here long all big play events here long Australia. More long this young play entertainer long Australia. Now long youth segment long tonight, you may look Ken long one play bong long all yet long all start long this bong ibin come up long inside long Solomon Islands long strong him all youth organizations long country long start long this moon Solomon Islands ministry long women youth children family affairs now Commonwealth Youth Program belong Pacific Center ibin walk bong belong strong him all youth movement. You got all youth group, long all hub, long Solomon Islands, that's all, all active or strong. Also, this two group, long we walk long upon him out, rod long strong him all. Ethel Segomanu, permanent secretary, belong Solomon Islands Ministry of Women, Youth, and Children, and Family Affairs. Now, Paulus Combo, he been talking about them. I think he been was miss out. Now more long and long youth program belong till the night.
Mifala saw the need to meet with him the Commonwealth Youth Program. Mifala been engaged together in partnership, developed a national youth mainstreaming program. And that one him involve him ensuring that the national youth policy, priority areas inside the national youth policy, him owned by the different sectors, especially the provincial level, and also to form provincial youth council so that Ogata act of some oversight, law youth development, law provincial level, and also to get the different sectors at the national level for take responsibility for implementing the national youth policy where Solomon Islands government approved law 2010. So the Commonwealth Youth Program a key partner inside law this youth mainstreaming program.
Talking you me long all youth movement law Solomon Island number belong all youth become a big more, especially those without work or this land nablong you go on to further education or some but you looking plenty more youth you work long come up that's where ministry belong you play come in long way belong having more youth in the kind of some so but you describe him youth movement law Solomon Island or someone
youth movement law Solomon Island exists but capacity below him small for not sufficient enough for him meet him not demand law youth issues and concerns. Demand for addressing other issues and concerns of the youth. Also, you rightly tell and finish, the majority of Solomon Islands population are made up of young people, but the system, government system itself, or the national system, are not able to cater to this need. Then you may, so whilst you may government too have needing support for the youth organizations, but youth organizations have no financial capacity, also the human resources for him adequately supporting organizations for meeting now youth demand. So there's a real issue here at the moment.
When him something now government make him long tram down him all this all heavy also lo future lo all young pla lo Solomon Island.
Okay, government have reviewed first national youth policy. So we now have revised national youth policy. The government endorsed him in 2010. With the policy, there's also a policy implementation framework
government him also develop him finish. Then government him support him to work for National Youth Congress for set him up at the provincial youth council, low provincial level. So each of the provincial youth councils him consist of the youth themselves, and every province except for one province him now Garamota Youth Council. So I got to work very closely within provincial government to address the youth issues at the provincial level. So role blow, so Wakablo government him now filter into the provinces, and I believe the enabling environment where government him need him for support him and address him needs law youth law country him establish finish. But the next serious question now is how do we go about implementation law this for youth policy. So there are now some challenges him come in, but so far government I think has done the right thing by ensuring that the national framework for youth development him establish finish, and that him get them now provinces to also align to this national framework by having their own provincial youth policies where what are made to also fit in with them context law in province.
When a multiple line, he can come inside long Halvim youth.
I think that's a very important question, and concern Yana, that's why me follow take him the youth mainstreaming approach, so that every sector inside law government see it as their responsibility for guarantee sufficient funds for youth development, that youth issues and concerns are part of the policy and incorporated into their own sectoral policies and plans, so that him not seen as a responsibility for ministry Noma, and therefore Mifal Noma should budget for youth development, but that every sector can take responsibility to secure enough funds for youth development. So that's the approach government is taking at the moment, ensuring that each sector takes ownership of the national youth policy and make it their own, so that our to take responsibility to address youth issues. And also Mimi Save finish concerns and issues for youth and cross-cutting, so they matter in all the sectors. Therefore, it's important for you me doing mainstreaming.
Plan your good policy, long look out him existent long all youth long country, but good policy one plus as well and by Inokan Karem Kaikai, unless you get another something long supportive. Mainly big plot rule or side blow money. You play look several this la?
We feel very much aware of that one. Budget for youth at the moment him no significant. Also me like for looking, and that is why me for look at other means to support the youth. And right now me for also look at and in partnership with them the Commonwealth Youth Program to look at youth employment, so that the youth can be, look at something that Okata Survey engage him, not only to work for other organizations, but they can also create their own employment as well. So Mifala, after creating the enabling environment, national framework, Mifala like to look at things that are more tangible and where youth can now participate much more actively in things of the youth employment.
Mediaramed Ethel Sigamanu, Permanent Secretary belong Solomon Islands, the Ministry belong Women, Youth, Children of Family Affairs. Been a talk one time, Paulus Combo. Nalzema you yet you can look them youth, any future belong a country. So you got one of thinking too long as all areas concerned long all youth and youth issues. I'm must true long kisimi long you long text long you long +61 427 727272. Question blah blah night and be go long you long listener long think belong you or comment belong you. Or you like him, all members belong parliament, he mark him you long electorate, not too long region. You go around long all place, not too long all districts, not too long bung him you face to face. Also kiss him think na like belong you, past time long only make him decision belong and deliver him all goods and services. Him to yet think him you put him come long +61 427 727272. Now, one cosmetic group belong Australia, Lush, he joined him at one international company or campaign. Long talk out more, long all heavy, belong all people, belong West Papua. Loans belong at this Australian campaign. He been come up aste now here along Melbourne, Melbourne store all store he walk along flying red, white, na blue fella all flags belong Morning Star. This black campaign by go ahead in up long Sunday long weekend yet. Now I'll ask him all customers along visit him last store na find him out more along this black campaign belong all na reads along a Morning Star na Bime smell freedom of perfume. Also one way belong school him all Australian people long worry na all heavy. He sabe come up long West Papua. Louis Pirai, one West Papua student, activist here in Melbourne. He talked more long and one time Kenny Kala.
The campaign actually started 2 months ago. The actual launching started in London. Campaign started in London, in UK, and then it moved over to Amsterdam, Holland, Netherlands. And then from Netherlands, now I come to Australia. So basically, last company where we concerned with rights to West Papua. And basically, this perfume only produced called the Smell of Freedom. Basically dedicated to the cause of campaign of freedom people of West Papua and after launching Australia, being attracted plenty money income. There was a lot of support from the Australian public as well.
So talking about the perfume, Smell of Freedom.
Director of the company, he was in UK. He made up with Benny Wender, and then he was actually concerned about what was happening in West Papua, and he decided that they come up with this perfume called Smell of Freedom. Basically, just campaign international arena what's happening in West Papua. The money, something it will go towards the cause of workplace in West Papua.
There's a lot of money by go back to UK where Benny based long and or by go outside through.
Yeah, actually, Australia and basically to work rise of West Papua.
Yes.
Rise of Morning Star West Papua, Melbourne, Australia.
Oh, okay.
Each country only working, money will actually go to fund and support the work in each country. For example, of Melbourne, the funds raised will go basically towards support the rise of Morning Star work here in Melbourne. So as in New Zealand as well.
Now, talking me, Louis, because there are plenty of groupings. Plenty line is a Markham Street campaign for West Papua. And me like when our listener too. You got plenty of organizations. So, here in Melbourne, or some example. Hamas all group is stop or you play stop one time and in long this umbrella you call him Rise of the Morning Star.
Basically, a plenty group Hamas about maybe two, but the Rise of Morning Star is the main group that unites all the West Papua and Yale, Melbourne, and then we have the support group as well from Australia that support the cause of West Papua.
Yeah.
So basically, it's about two plant groups that's what we have in here. But what the campaign it's sort of it's for everyone.
Yes.
Everyone only come not for one time now, same support all what's happening in West Papua.
Now you must talk more listener too. Maybe there's a campaign first time Australia because they maybe start last year.
Yes, I'm actually started Pinese night, continues Europe, and finally arrived here in Australia. The launching me surprised because the launching us to Australia, it just got the attention of the public and all man just come up now, and there were a lot of support from the Australian public as well with what's happening in West Papua. People began to know about the situation there, and there was also you got all pamphlets or brochure about you can go out to now. Man, people all start aware of what's happening in West Papua now. They are very concerned about it now. It was very good now. It will the campaign will continue till 26.
Yeah, misalo there's a store listener mainly lollies or some focus long all Susa all Mary, but a wrong long all money buying blow all half blong all Louis.
No. Yeah, at least you man you go buy Mrs. or family or
girlfriend
It's girlfriend.
or mama?
It's a very, I actually tried it. The smell of it was very good.
We are a West Papua activist long Melbourne, Louis Pry. I mean, we talk about the past long area belongs to yet, and maybe looking more dress long traditional dress one time long all kundu yet, or long put him all performance. Now, plenty of people have been go boom along as my time yet long yesterday. Time he walk, because him trainer walk past, he come now looking more east up long as black campaign belong all. All right, now we block long after put him all hand belong kilok or minutes he come down. I presume all time now close to by me play mark me at time let me play long he call opinions broadcast now so you got all comments you like make him long all issues me play been come up him long today night long broadcast yet all issues belong same long West Papua RM along all you youth along one area belong you only got enough support along stop long all one day long for time. Also, youth all talk. I'm all future leaders belong country now. All future to belong a country yet. So you think you want them long plan? Mary now one plan long triple Mary yet long Papua New Guinea Parliament. Me kiss him now walk all same long Vice Minister. Now long face to face talk. One what to he starting finish on all NGO group already put him. Prime Minister and opposition leader Kambung one time long capital. Emi also long all people long capital. You ask him all question. Now ask him long me play long 10 night you go long you long a place where you start long in. Long electorate, open electorates or along all regional seats. You like him all a member, he mark him you. He come long one place or he come long on districts. All of them you can talk one time all, kiss him ting belong all, and to all can harem ting belong you, long one kind development, you like him, all bring him, you go inside long area belong you. The past time, or talk must come up, past time long, only make him decision, long bring him all as services, he go along you. So, you can enable put him long, +61 427 727272. The time you come down close to along 23 and a half minutes past, long PNG, 23 and a half minutes past, 9 along Solomon Islands, na Vanuatu. All right, maybe now to welcome long Blue Lagoon, Isles of Paradise. America Mapkan Solomon Island style dips for unity Boru Sore. Long Melbourne, Port Moresby, Ley, now Mount Hagen, time now 8:30. Solomon Islands now Vanuatu 9:30.
Good night, Olgeta. All head tok. All Pacific country mas noken larim fisheries blongoli bagarap all semol timber industry. Vanuatu Prime Minister na opposition leader Becky Molaskin blongol people long Parliament House na West Papua Morning Star flag ifly long all big pla perfume store long Australia. Radio Australia News, me Caroline Tiraman. Igat askim all semol government long Pacific region, inusa ting good time all is have give him to right long all foreign company, lo make him all work logging na pining peace long region. Desala askim bin come long Chief Executive Officer, blow Nauru agreement, long work blow fishery, who sat it talk all same, and me worry through all same suppose all government na people in no lookout, all work blow fishery by go bagarap all same work blow cut him down, all big bush or forest. Dr. Transform Akorao, who sat the one pla man blow Solomon Islands, ibin make him desla tok lo one pla communicating tuna workshop lo honiara lo start blow desla week. Dr. Akorao talk, plenty time all government and logging companies are kissing big bla halvim, na all papa ground is have loose, or all inners are kissing all good plus something long all timber blong all, na desla by one kind, all same fishery.
Concern me been looking was an unfairness law logging industry where all governments yet only sponsoring this unfairness. All parliaments blame me, all passing more legislation will allow all foreigners to become not kissing big value or DY blame. Also, namitok, lo side lo tuna resources, ini got opportunity lo walking there, emos mini online lo ask around, ini mas kissing big share lo resources lo yun. We looking at most one big crime against him or land blame last place or some all governments all accessory law this la all allow all foreign companies come na kissing big value lo all resource blame, especially resources of some DY.
Long Vanuatu lo start blo this week line blong Pacific Institute blong Public Policy ibin ready in one pla bung emoli call him face to face. Lo this bung Institute ibin asking Prime Minister Sato Kilman na leader bla opposition Serge Vohor lo come up na beki molaskim blong all people. All when worry all people igat long all big pla issue ibin come up lo country na this bung ibin give him all chance lo tok wantem this two pla leader. Mary Jack, ME Project Officer, Wantem Pacific Institute of Public Policy, Longport Villa.
100 people, 150 people only been stopped inside the Parliament House. Lukam Prime Minister, Opposition Leader, answer on question. 150 have been stopped inside. More than 100 only been stopped outside the one TV screen when we set them up Saralana. More also long 100 people do only stop inside all houses, all the private homes, all the only watching through law TV. Major questions where all people only ask them side law level, law education inside law country, corruption inside law country, more sample only ask them about WTO, World Trade Organization, all where government has been signing agreement.
One Pla Cosmetic Group long Australia Lash I join him One Pla International campaign blo talk out more long olo heavy blong all people blo West Papua. Oli been start him or launch him this Australian campaign aste here long Melbourne. Now all store I walk lo flame red, white na blue pla flag blong Morning Star flag blong all West Papua people. This la campaign by go ahead in uplo Sunday long this weekend. Only ask him, all get a customer or people who start to go inside, lo buy him or something, long visit him or lo large store, na pine him out more, lo this la campaign blong all, na Morning Star flag, na buy him all smell or freedom perfume. Or same one pla way, blow school him all Australian people, lo worry, na all heavy inside lo West Papua. Louis Pry, ME one pla West Papua Sumatin, here long Melbourne.
Lo Australia and basically blow up to work rise of West Papua, rise of the Morning Star West Papua, Melbourne, Australia. Each country only working, money will actually go to fund and support the work in each country. For example, of Melbourne, the funds raised will go basically towards support the rise of Morning Star, the work here in Melbourne.
Australian Foreign Minister Bob Kai talk also by easy through long America, lo asking Britain long Salim Australian citizen, na man who sati been starting WikiLeaks, Julian Assange, igo long America. Mr. Kai bin talk also mating by mi had lik long America, I ask him Sweden, lo Salim Mr. Assange, igo long America. Ecuador, one pla country, lo South America, ibin give him toko right long Mr. Assange, long emi can go, na stop all lo Ecuador. Tas all now, emi stop Haiti inside long embassy blo Ecuador, long London. Mr. Assange, I walk long stop long embassy blo Ecuador, long mo long tupla moon now, lo wenem emi no like go lo Sweden, where only like him lo come up long court, behind him all tok all same, emi ben rape him tupla Mary, lo hap. Tasola mi porretol sem suppose mi go lo Sweden, America na baskim Sweden lo salime mi go lo sanap long court, lo America lo talk out nothing, long all big bla tok o secret blong America. Senator Kai talk, emi save all sem this la kind worry blow Mr. Assange by no nap come up.
What the Swedes have said is pretty clear. They don't extradite in cases where intelligence or military is involved. Indeed, Sweden still has people who sought asylum from America during the Vietnam War. Draft dodgers ended up in Sweden. They were never extradited to America.
Na last plan news blow today night. Good night.
I'm Caroline, the Terraman by come again tomorrow. I'll bring you Tupla news along tomorrow Friday night broadcast. And I hope by you joining me again along this time here long 2 hours long in one time. Let me blog along last time now, put him on last blow all minutes he can go along up in his broadcast. I think past time long me go ahead long and look long all. Now we had longest with him 4 years ago, and we released him display yet, and I call him long, miss him you. Now, also long, me talk about me go inside long, all text you've been putting me come long, and suppose you think yet now long, put him all comments belong you long all issues, me black karamapim now do long question belong to the night. I think I'm giving you one more chance along. One time long some music yet, I'm also long 3 minutes, like more 3 minutes music yet, and me come yet long NG Hard belong Australia, and maybe releasing this play yet along 2009. And we call him long I'm Afraid of Fridays. Now you got think that you'll put him a cam him now +61 What time this number block NG Heart. I'm afraid of Fridays now. Also, I can't wait for tomorrow to come. Like it's a weekend off too yet. Sorry, they come here along. Australian entertainer Angie. Oh no, sorry to my. Angie Hart. I call him Angie C. Sue Houston. By number by Yimina Blanc. Suppose make a time. He come up. Long tomorrow Friday, I think you you look for long and Friday long Friday by come up become. And now you may go now long or tax and black simpinies na pasta me come long autonomous region long Bougainville. Joe Lugabai. Long boy yet long Bougainville. Tax night talk. All member block parliament, he must visit him one district inside long electorate block M. At least once a year along Piney Mount, all true development needs along Olgera community. Now, maski along visit him electoral belong M yet long time belong a campaign. Time belong campaign, that's all. Joe Lugabai, thank you along. You put him taxi come long Buin along autonomous region long Bougainville. I hope you can get happy listening can along tomorrow. Taxi come long he talk all members belong parliament or members of parliament mandated by the people to represent them, and therefore they are duty bound to come home and sit together, assess priorities to ensure that people's urgent needs are met. From Nikki K. Buin, Autonomous Region of Bougainville. Thank you, long text, long you. Narapla ikam long mito good night JP logat me pies bonjui la call me PB long acronym me alright so John Papi long night. Me like out him thinking about me long elected members save deliver him service long all people because all save go round long electorate. John Anya long Garahu long Papua New Guinea, one long suburbs, long Port Moresby. John, thank you long for text long you. Rapply long me talk me Kevin Tau Kenna long Panguna long autonomous region long Bougainville. He support him thinking long government he must have him all youth because suppose all have him all by all young pla, he can make him kind of problem where only can bagrap him community. All right. Thank you, Kevin Tau Kenna, long Panguna. Last long and long time, I may come, or same long taxi come. I think maybe long, come here to long Panguna, see me look and all member, he must come straight long place where all people, he mark him all so that only look him straight need belong all people na meet him all yet long Kevin Taukena long Panguna. Thank you, Ken. I think Kevin long text belong you. So hopefully by you Mr. Ken one time tomorrow long some more questions na too long all issues you've been harami been karamabim long all stories long to the night. Now you yet in binika time long taxi cam by me Bahamas long harami cam long you. So you may now come up come long 11 minutes to 9 long Papua New Guinea, 11 to 10 long Solomon Islands na Vanuatu.
Tipi
From Samoa, Angie Sue using one time longer Pacific mix. All right, and now I think we play go along one play more along at this night yet. And you may sit down easy going up long. Maybe talk good night now, goodbye along at the night. 6 minutes to 9 longer PNG time. Let me come here along Pacific Curls, Pacific People. Long Pacific Curls and contribution long as group yet long music long till the night one time Pacific people maybe in how much through long start time you long at the night long Tok Pisin stream now hope you not long joining me again long tomorrow time you come again long Friday night 2 hours belong you may sit on one time glassy more stories not too long you hear the comment long all stories long end now thank you Ken long all listeners you've been putting a comment below you come long and this ask him yet long all members he visit him you na kiss him ting long you past time long make him decision belong all projects no development inside long electorate belong you one time long so yet me must talk good night in a people bunken and Maui good health long you 1-1
Round long Pacific you put them on one time Radio Australia long shortwave FM na live streaming and to short long Tok Pisin. That's all stop back long harem news long talk English. Good night.
This is Radio Australia News. I'm Mark Doman.